The Queen has travelled to Scotland with other members of the royal family for their annual week of engagements in the country. They will be her first public engagements since the Jubilee. The monarch, 96, is in Edinburgh for the historic ceremony of the Keys, the traditional opener to Holyrood Week for the royals, accompanied by her youngest son Prince Edward and wife Sophie Wessex. Dressed in a powder blue silk wool coat and dress by Stuart Parvin, paired with a hat by Rachel Trevor Morgan, the Queen stood with her walking stick as she was symbolically offered the keys to the city by Edinburgh Lord Provost Robert Aldridge. It is the first public duty she has carried out since appearing on the Buckingham Palace balcony for the finale of her Platinum Jubilee celebrations just over 3 weeks ago. She only took part in the private parts of Garter Day at Windsor 2 weeks ago and did not make any appearances at Royal Ascot. However, pictures were released last week after she met with the Archbishop of Canterbury and the Governor of New South Wales at Windsor Castle. The ancient ceremony of the keys takes place on the forecourt of the Palace of Holyrood House as part of Holyrood Week, also known as Royal Week, each summer. Love the royals. Sign up for the Mirror's daily newsletter to get all the latest news on the Queen, Charles, Kate, Wills, Meghan, Harry and the rest of the firm. Click here to sign up. As is tradition, the Queen is symbolically offered the keys to the city by the Lord Provost and tradition dictates she then returns them, entrusting their safekeeping to Edinburgh's elected officials. The Guard of Honour was provided by the Balaclava Company, the Argyll and Sutherland Highlanders, 5th Battalion the Royal Regiment of Scotland, which was inspected by Edward on the forecourt of the palace during the ceremony. Music was provided by the pipes and drums of the Royal Highland Fusiliers, 2nd Battalion the Royal Regiment of Scotland and the Band of the Royal Regiment of Scotland. Tomorrow, the Queen will attend an armed forces ceremony in the gardens of the Palace of Holyrood House as part of a presentation of the key for Edinburgh Castle. The parade, which will see all 3 services represented, will be an opportunity to mark the Queen's Platinum Jubilee in Scotland. It will also pay tribute to her role as head of the UK Armed Forces. It was reported last week that the monarch, 96, who has been suffering from ongoing mobility issues, is planning to be in residence at the Palace of Holyrood House in Edinburgh all week. However, it is thought she will now see how she feels each day before deciding if she will stay at the Palace of Holyrood House all week, as normal, and undertake further duties. It is thought she will hold an audience with Scottish First Minister Nicola Sturgeon during her time in Edinburgh. The trip comes after the recent Platinum Jubilee celebrations for the Queen, in which she pledged to continue to serve the country to the best of my ability supported by my family. The Queen's children Prince Charles, Princess Anne and the Edward, minus the Duke of York who no longer carries out public duties, will be joined by the Countess of Wessex to conduct a host of public appearances tomorrow, and will conduct an investiture on behalf of the Queen at Holyrood House. While on Wednesday, Charles, who is known in Scotland as the Duke of Rothesay, along with Edward, Sophie, and Anne, will host guests at a garden party at Holyrood House in recognition of their positive contributions to communities across Scotland. Thursday will see Charles attend a Queen's Bodyguard for Scotland Redendo parade in the gardens of the palace. Charles and Anne will also attend the Thistle service at St Giles Cathedral. Meanwhile, Edward is set to host a celebration in the gardens at Holyrood House for Duke of Edinburgh Gold Award holders from across Scotland on Friday, July 1. Holyrood House is the Queen's official residence in Scotland and stands at the end of Edinburgh's Royal Mile.